we starting?
Maybe.
Are we here?
We might be live. We're going to have to start from the top. So we have topics to talk about now that the stream works. One of them is that H3H3 got sued by a fellow YouTuber named The Boldguy. Is being sued. That's fair. It's in the process. I don't know legal stuff.
They're not in court yet.
John's probably like super sad over there, able to hear me say dumb things. There's also I can't use the touchscreen. This laptop doesn't have one. Derp. There's also a study that claims that Fitbit trackers are highly inaccurate. And Google has kind of won a case where Oracle was suing them to the deal of, I think it was like $9 billion or something. Talk about that later. Also, Foxconn has replaced 60,000 factory workers with robots. Because no, guys, it's totally cool. Advancements in technology just create more jobs. I don't know what you're talking about.
To be fair,
moving forward.
in the first two industrial revolutions, they did.
Lynda! Freshbooks!
Yeah. No.
Okay.
No.
So you... Ooh, I was just going to say a joke, but I'm not going to do it. Anyways, H3H3, who I think I can actually look at the article for now and, like, show it on screen. Oh, dang. Look at that.
Awesome.
Wow. It works. Anyways, Burkle's gone this time, so that's unfortunate. But H3H3 Productions, Etha and Gila Klein, are being sued over alleged copyright infringement over a reaction video that they made to someone doing parkour. That guy's name was, I don't remember, it's not very important.
Matt Hosszone, I think.
Matt Hosszone.
I think that's his channel, and I think he's colloquially referred to as Boldguy.
Right. Yes. There's been some pretty major updates here. A lot of people know that this was going on. Philip DeFranco opened up a fund on GoFundMe. It raised like over 120 grand. A huge amount of big YouTubers stepped in, including the Fine Bros, which was probably a very good PR move for them. But they stepped into the amount of $10,000. Which is probably worth more than the PR move. So there was some actual true goodwill there as well.
Yeah.
Big other YouTubers like PewDiePie and a whole bunch of people that I don't remember. But if you go watch Phil DeFranco's video, he talks
even
about
Leafy donated.
Leafy donated and was like, there's certain things that trump like petty arguments. And stuff.
And he put his name as Leafy, aka the cyberbully.
Yeah.
All right.
That was kind of funny.
I guess.
It was good. Okay, but you should talk about the update.
So there was an update video that they posted yesterday after the initial video about how they were being sued. So in the initial video, they specifically said, we're not going to do like a Patreon or something like that. You guys have already supported us a ton, and that's all that we can ask for. But after that, like Luke said, Philly D came in and was a boss and started the GoFundMe and contributed $5,000 to start it. Now it's huge.
That's one thing I want to say too, is Phil DeFranco didn't just like
he wasn't just like, hey guys, you should donate. He was like, here's a page and $5,000.
And $5,000. And like really set
ridiculous.
Like a benchmark to move forward. And I think that's one of the big reasons why a lot of YouTubers stepped up.
Even Notch and Gary from Gary's Mod contributed. Like, it's crazy.
People care.
So anyway, in their update video, they essentially were like, holy crap, this is insane. Like, we never thought that this would happen. And they made it clear that, like, in the initial video, we said our legal fees could be up to $100,000 if this went to the full extent that it could go. They don't expect them to be that high if it doesn't go the full way. So essentially what they're doing is they're making sure that the funds get handed off into an escrow account that's going to be managed by Ryan Morrison, and I think Michael Lee is the other guy's name.
So to the people out there that don't know what an escrow account is, including definitely myself, not trying to dodge that. What?
So an escrow account is, let's see the official. Escrow account is a temporary pass-through account held by a third party during the process of a transaction between two parties. So in this case, essentially what that means is that the people who donated are the first party. the second party is whoever needs protection under fair use.
Okay.
And then the third party who's going to be controlling the escrow account is Michael Lee and Ryan Morrison. Ryan Morrison, more commonly known as the video game attorney.
Yes.
So yeah.
And the first client of this escrow account, if you want to call it that,
yeah.
the first recipient of the escrow account will be the legal battle that HCH3 is engaged in, not them specifically, but the legal battle.
Yeah, so that's an important clarification. Is it's not like they can just go and be like, oh yeah, we need X amount of dollars, and it's just on their word. It's specifically Ryan Morrison and Michael Lee who are controlling the money, and then they will just take out as necessary to fight these legal battles on behalf of creators.
Yeah.
So it's kind of badass. They call it, I think, the Fair Use Protection Account, aka the FUPA.
Yeah, which is great.
And the FUPA keeps growing, as they say. But yeah, it's kind of badass because, you know, something that Ethan outlined in the follow-up video was that now there's this bulk of money sitting there that's almost acting like a deterrent to other people who want to, you know, come in and abuse the broken copyright system, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, obviously there are cases where copyright law should hold up, but fair use is there for a reason. And these people who might not have had the funds or the means necessary to be able to defend themselves in the past will have that now. So that's a pretty incredible thing.
Yeah, and like that, it's almost acting a complete opposite way as this guy probably wanted it to, because one of the big things brought up was the first thing that they wanted to do was just like, oh, like give us $4,000 and take the video down and you can move on. And the reason why they didn't just do that, because
it's setting a really dangerous precedent, because as soon as the attorney of this guy goes, oh yeah, Ethan and Hila gave me $4,000 because I came and threatened him with a lawsuit, then they come to, you know, Joey Salads or whoever, and they go, hey, I got $4,000 out of Ethan and Hila, but I can get 10 for you, or I can go over to Leafy and I can get, you know, however much from him. So yeah, it's a really important thing that they're doing, and like they've been saying, it's way bigger than just the battle that is Ethan and Hila versus Boldguy.
Because now, especially with the big fund, instead of it being this lawyer behind the scenes just going like, hey, I got $4,000 for them, it's lawyers behind the scenes receiving people trying to do this and going like, I don't know, because those guys just got super slammed, so I don't think I want to waste my time with this.
And it also, like, you know, I'm going to probably say something completely stupid here because I'm not entirely familiar with how the legal system in America works. It's a little different up here in Canada. But it also sets a precedent, right? If Ethan and Hila go in and they win, then that can be used as a case, like a case study, essentially, for future cases when fair use is being abused, right? So, you know, that can come into play as evidence for future cases, and it just helps build up the backing of fair use.
I'm pretty sure that's definitely a thing in the States. I don't actually know if that's a thing in Canada. Is it a thing in Canada?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
It is a thing in Canada because we're based on,
we're based on the British.
Now I'm confused of which is which.
Hey, John. Can we borrow you for a sec? Okay.
We need legal advice.
We need legal help.
Yeah, we need the legal department.
Okay. So in this case with Ethan and Hila being sued by some dude, if they win, can lawyers in the future use the fact that they won?
Is the U.S. based on case law?
Yes, in the same jurisdiction, yeah. I mean, I think Canada's the same way too.
Sure.
So if like there is a disposition like in one jurisdiction, like in one state or in one circuit court in the U.S., and there's a similar case later on, then whatever the holding was is binding precedent. It essentially has the force of law. So yeah, it's a big deal.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know if you guys could hear the full thing there, but essentially, like I said, it sets a precedent for future cases under case law, where this can then be used as evidence in other cases to defend fair use. So
yeah,
I mean, overall, like when I first saw the video of them being sued, I think it was only like 2 days ago or something.
Not that long ago.
I was like, wow, that sucks. Like, this is a huge burden. And it's actually really inspiring to see like the whole community come together and support not only Ethan and Hila, but support setting a precedent and building a precedent here.
So there's even a new Twitter account.
Yeah.
I'm going to show this on screen. This is fantastic. There's even a new Twitter account called FUPA for Freedom. And it even has like a logo and everything. And I'm sure they'll get a cover image on here, but there's no way this has been up for very long at all. It looks like 21 hours.
Yeah.
21 hours ago, this Twitter account was created. It has 34 tweets. That's it. And it already has 27.7 thousand followers. But this is, as it says, the Fair Use Protection account, keeping the internet free of copyright trolls, funded by you, led by H3H3 Productions, Mr. Ryan Morrison, and Geek Attorney.
So yeah, I think Geek Attorney is the alias of Michael Lee.
Right.
Who's the business partner.
And then there's Morrison Lee / FUPA, which is what I'm assuming, once it loads here, is the new, Fair Use
like
Protection
submission
account.
area.
So this is their because this is the Internet Attorneys whatever thing,
Yeah.
right? So this is where like they're housing the information about it, taking down copyright trolls. Well, not anymore. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and like one of the things that again Ethan mentioned in the second video was like it's not like people haven't had support in the past, because the video game attorney and his partner have been like protecting these people, sometimes even like free of charge,
Pro bono,
offering legal advice free of charge, not even charging for their services. So essentially everybody wins in this situation. It's a huge deterrent for copyright trolls in that sense. And then also these guys are able to do what they love to do, help the people that need help, and then also eat,
and like,
which is great.
Yeah, like we haven't really had any major problems with this. Have we had any?
I don't think so.
We don't really cover other people's stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
it's hardware.
We're way different than,
so we're
something
not
like
really
that.
in this realm, but we still kind of want to protect our own, I guess.
Of course.
So it's good to see this kind of stuff happen. I do kind of wish that this little thing in the corner also mentioned, like Philip DeFranco, the guy that like pushed to start it all. It's probably fine. It's not really a big deal. I just think it would have been kind of cool to give a shout out to.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. No.
It's frozen, dude. Ooh. Oh, we're still alive.
No.
Just give it a sec. Give it a sec.
I'm just not gonna touch it.
Give it a sec.
We're gonna.
It'll be fine.
I can still show my screen here.
Move on. Mike1496 says move on.
I'm okay with that. I
We will,
can't
Mike.
change the scene on XSplit. Yeah, it's still not gonna work. And I'm afraid of crashing the whole thing. But we're going to talk about the next topic, which will, oh my, here we go, 1 second, which will be Fitbit. Fitbit trackers are highly inaccurate. That's in a quote thing. Apparently there's some lawsuit thing going on right now where someone's suing them for giving inaccurate health data. Fitbit has responded by saying it's not supposed to be like health data. It's supposed to give a rough representation, or I think I don't know. Okay, I'm going to try to find their actual quote here. Give me 1 second.
Here, let's see.
Fitbit called the study biased, baseless, and saying that it lacked scientific rigor, which is pretty rough.
So the study was done by researchers at the California State Polytechnic University, who tested the heart rates of 43 healthy adults with Fitbit's Pure Pulse heart rate monitors. And then they used the Fitbit Surge watches and Charge HR bands on each wrist. Subjects were then hooked up to a bioharness device that produced an electrocardiogram, or an ECG.
So like highly accurate medical grade stuff.
Yeah, to record against the data. The results showed that Fitbit devices miscalculated heart rates by up to 20 beats per minute on average.
20 or 30.
Yeah, so during more intensive workouts. And again, Fitbit said that the study was biased, and I'm sure that in their terms of use it says somewhere that Fitbit is not intended to be used as a medical device, and it's an approximation of blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's actually not. It says here that the devices are designed to provide meaningful data to our users to help them reach their health and fitness goals, and are not intended to be scientific or medical devices. And in my opinion, this isn't like vitamin water saying that no one could possibly think that their drink was supposed to be healthy. I think this is literally them going like, okay, we made a device that sits on your wrist and gives you a rough-ish calculation of your heartbeat.
Right.
And that should somewhat be able to help you with your workouts. Obviously, they're not looking to like diagnose people in hospitals by putting Fitbits on. I think that's okay. I don't think that it should be off by an average of 20 beats per minute. That's insane. But I don't know. One little spoiler thing here is I have a Fitbit and actually many other fitness trackers sitting in the room right over there. And we are going to be doing our own testing, not because this just came up. This is just kind of coincidental. We were actually going to do our testing before this, just someone lost the chest strap band. But yeah, so that kind of sucks, I guess. Because I wanted to benchmark them against a chest strap, which are supposed to be actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's not as accurate as an ECG.
No. I'm still
pretty good.
Now that we are back, because I was gonna do that in Mexico because I wanted to like run on the beach and make it look all cool and stuff. But now I might actually try to talk to a local medical clinic, which I had already decided before this thing came out, which is again coincidental. And I might try to hook up to an ECG and then wear a bunch of these watches and see what happens. But I don't know. I am interested. We're kind of a third party. We haven't been paid by anyone to make that video. We bought our Fitbit tracker.
And I don't think we've ever
bought
had a
everything
sponsorship from
We've never had a sponsorship from any fitness tracker company.
What are some of the brands you're using?
We have Garmin, we have VivoFit, we have Jawbone, we have Fitbit. I think that's about it.
So like
we don't have a horse in the race. We have an Apple Watch, and we might get like 1 or 2 Android ones, although I'm not too sure. There's just a billion Android watches. I don't really know which one to cover. But we're doing ones that have heart rate monitors. That's the whole point. So Apple Watch is in there. A few other ones are in there. But we haven't had a sponsorship from anyone, unless we include like an Asus watch. Then if it won, that would suck. We could also just not include an Asus watch and just go from there.
I don't know.
I don't follow the Android trackers very closely. I don't know if this
+1 for Nike Fuel Band. Do we have a Nike Fuel Band?
We do not currently have a Nike Fuel Band.
Should we get one?
Maybe.
Somebody says +1.
I've
Flea-bagged.
I've heard that they're good, but no, I don't know. This is interesting. The whole reason why I wanted to do the Fitness Tracker Showdown, which is what I've just been describing, is because it's confusing. When you go to buy something, you're like, I want this fitness implement. Right. They all say that they have heart rate monitors, but like,
it's like an approximation.
How accurate is it, right? Yeah. So what I wanted to do is, I'm very frustrated right now with where smartwatches and fitness trackers are. I don't feel like there's a happy medium so much, right. Because like good smartwatches don't seem to also be good fitness trackers, and vice versa. Good fitness trackers don't seem to be good smartwatches, and the Apple Watch is just not a good smartwatch, but I've heard that it is a good fitness tracker. So you've got that. Hey!
It's also an expensive fitness tracker.
Hey, it worked. Working. Yeah.
Nice.
Wicked. All right, the show goes on.
Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah, but I've heard it's a good fitness tracker, but who knows? And what I want to do is narrow it down to like the top 3, and then do individual reviews on those fitness trackers later on, maybe.
Someone says this is boring and that we should bring on the PC hardware topics. Have they ever been to this show before?
Not enough stuff happens.
Have you been here before? Do you know what this is? I know this guy's different, but like, do you know what this whole thing is? I'll let you think on that.
Speaking of hardware technology stuff, if you want to talk about the extremely few things that happened this week in the computer hardware realm of things, because spoiler alert, Computex is coming up, so most people are keeping their information for that. There's a whole bunch, we're not going to really probably cover it much on this show, but there's like every brand of 1080 has already shown off their like external cooling solution. So rip all of my Computex coverage.
But we'll be there.
We'll be there,
and we'll
I'll
be
be able to like
videos anyway.
Hold it and turn it around and show you.
The Asus one that I saw today was pretty bad.
Looks sick. So the Asus one has like
an RGB
I'll try it here.
eye logo.
Oh, I'm gonna try to bring it up.
Sure.
Yeah, it has RGB on it, which I don't think anyone's completely sure how they're controlling that yet. Da-da-da. Let's go to Asus PC DIY, because that's literally their thing.
I wonder if it's like a thing where you have to use, what is their motherboard RGB thing called again? Like Aurora or something?
Oh yeah, something like that.
I wonder if it like ties into that somehow.
So it looks like that when all the like lights are off and stuff. Big, fatty cooler.
And it's got a metal backplate.
Metal backplate.
Yep.
That looks badass, which is right there.
Yep.
Asus Strix. Cool. Awesome. And then you can see here, oh yeah, Aura. Looks like Aura. I thought no one knew. Apparently PC DIY, which is Asus's thing, was like, yo, I guess everyone can know now. So that's cool. So it has static, breathing, strobing, color cycle, music effect, which is horrible in my opinion, and CPU temperature levels, which
Wait,
is kind
what?
of
It has
cool.
a strobing effect with your music?
No, it has just music effect, which pulses to the beat of your music
Yeah.
because it's 1994. My dad. Okay, that joke is because
It's got some sick underglow on it.
I guess 1994 is actually too late. 1984? I don't know.
What?
My dad, when he... Earlier than that. How old are you, Dad? I don't know. Anyways, when my dad was in, like, high school or something, he made this, like, electronic
I thought your
thing.
dad was in high school in 1994.
Yeah, I got confused. I was 4 when my dad was in high school. He was a early breeder. Anyways, so I think what happened was you plugged your 3.5 millimeter into one end, and then it passed through to your speakers, and it would like light up with it. He made that when he was in high school.
That's pretty dope.
So we're bringing it back. All right? Yeah, cool. Anyways, the LEDs on it look actually pretty cool and pretty well placed in my opinion.
Cool.
Just kind of go around the outside. Looks pretty sweet.
I saw it. I was like, yeah, I like it.
I/O configuration looks standard. No.
Two
HDMI, 2 DisplayPort, and 1 DVI. An interesting choice.
So what's standard?
Unless I'm crazy, I believe standard is 1 HDMI 2.0, 3 DisplayPort 1.4s, and DVI.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong.
So they've just swapped out a DisplayPort for an HDMI.
And it's $639.99, which confirms what I thought.
That the add-in cards are going to be less than the Founders.
More. The
More.
Founders is $599.
Oh.
Is that right, John? Yeah. So
Yeah.
the reason why I thought this was because they were saying like, oh, MSRP of add-in board partner cards will be way like $100 lower to $499 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I think that didn't account for any changes that they made. So Asus brought in like
Okay. So
RGB and all this other kind of stuff, and it costs way more now.
Right. So maybe, but they said add-in cards.
I know, but I think
But like this is a badass add-in card.
yeah.
So like.
So like I think someone might make like some plastic shroud and it might be cheap, and then it can be as low as $499. I don't think it's going to be like this is what they're all going to be. I think it's
Sure.
going to be like this is the baseline of
Sure.
add-in board. So like the cheapest 1080 that you're going to be able to get.
It's gonna be $499.
I think.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
that'd be pretty dope.
I guess we might as well just go through everyone's 1080s because why not? EVGA 10.
MSRP is $599.
Sorry, that's the founder's card.
You're off by $100.
Why?
For the cheapest one.
The founder's card is $599.
The founder's card is $699.
Oh, $699.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it cheaper then?
Is what cheaper?
This is $639, right?
It's less than $700.
So the crazy RGB triple fan Strix
Is less than the Founders.
is less than the Founders Edition. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
What?
That's kind of
The
insane.
stock cooled variant will be $620.
And this is only
Stock
$640.
clocked variant, sorry.
Hey,
The
okay.
hot clocked OC version will be $640. Which I have a video on overclocking 1080s that will be coming out
soon.
soon-ish, probably after Computex, I'm not sure. There's some really cool new stuff with GPU Boost 3.0. 4 fan hitters, blah, 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 blah. I want them to tell me about power. Additional horsepower, that's not what I meant.
Twitch chat's so funny, man.
What are they saying?
Oh, they're just so funny, man. Not in the EU. Yeah, not in Canada either, bro.
Yeah, not at all in Canada either.
Not at all.
Ooh, GPU boost clock of 1936. That actually sounds right around quite similar to the like not super crazy pushing it but kind of borderline of the Founders Edition. So I think you can definitely get more out of that too. But we'll talk about that later. Let's move on to the EVGA bringing.
Sure.
EVGA 1080. An Untech.
And Zotac. 2 birds, 1 stone, dude.
There we go. The Zotac one, we'll see. See, like this push the limit is maybe all right. And then, oh, it doesn't show the back. Come on, show me all the
It's just
pictures,
like
man.
giant push the limit.
Yeah, which I'm not super sure about. Let's just do this. Zotac 1080. And then images. Wow, what are those?
That's kind of insane.
I haven't seen that yet. PGF edition. So we're going to check all these things more in depth when we're at the show, but this looks like a height extended and width extended graphics card from Zotac.
It's huge.
There, this is the one that I was talking about. Like, it looks like they just slapped a sticker on it that says push the limit. And the thing that really makes me sad is it looks so sweet without that.
Right.
Without the, like, weird, like, push the limit.
Yeah, like I like the striping.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, the lower end one, not the, like, amp
Doesn't have
exclamation
that?
mark thing. Yeah, it doesn't have that. So let's go to the link real quick. This is on video cards. So there's the 2-fan and the 3-fan versions. The 3-fan
So
version
that's-
has push the limit on it.
The Omega and the Extreme or whatever.
Yeah. 3-fan version, push the limit. 2-fan version, clean back.
See, I like that.
And it looks better. And it's like,
Yeah.
damn it. Ooh, you can see there's 2 power fingers there. Good. Yes. Okay, that's awesome. One thing that I've been a little bit annoyed about by the Founders Edition is, spoiler alert, for my overclocking video that's coming out, one of the things that held it back multiple times with the new OC scanner mode, which I'll explain in that video, is it was hitting power limits. And I think that's because of the one PCI Express power that was powering it. So hopefully this card will give it more. Both of these cards will give it more because they have 2 PCI Express power plugs. That's what I was looking for on the ASUS page and couldn't find it.
Sure.
Give me 1 second. EVGA 1080. 1080 Founders Edition. No, I want your aftermarket one, dog. Hardware.
ACX 3.0.
There we go. That looks pretty sweet. It's all like metal.
It's like not symmetrical though.
Not symmetrical. Oh, you're right.
That kind of bothers me.
That's a little weird. And honestly, this part I don't like at all.
I'm actually okay with it.
Really?
Yeah. Like that's
I guess it's not plugged in, so you can't tell if it like glows or anything.
maybe it has like backlighting.
Mm-hmm. It might.
RGB backlit. That would be pretty effing cool.
Here we go. It looks like it is lit up. Maybe not RGB, but it's white backlighting with a
That looks
green
clean.
little SC.
I actually like that. I like that a lot.
That might look alright. I don't know if it looks great with that board in particular.
Sure. Yeah.
But I think like if you used not to just chill, but the colored thing works together. The ASUS like deluxe board in white.
Sure.
Considering that's white backlighting. Then the green SC would bother some people.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
I don't know.
Maybe. We'll see. Anyways, graphics cards. We'll be covering a bunch of those at Computex, more in depth, talking about their clock speeds, their prices, hopefully, what power delivery systems they have, all that kind of stuff at Computex. There will be a few videos there. I wouldn't worry too much about it. EVGA. That's another one we need to figure out.
Right.
Forgot about that. Okay, moving on. Another like people getting sued thing. The jury has sided with Google in a battle over Android software with Oracle. So Android, Google dodged a $9 billion potential bullet here, which would have been very brutal. The federal jury just found on Thursday that Google didn't need permission to use a rival's programming tool as it built Android, also known as like Java and stuff. So Google argued that because it used only a small part of Java to create Android, it qualified for a fair use exemption from copyright. And apparently the jury's verdict marks Google's second victory in the case.
Wow. That's kind of crazy.
That is pretty crazy, especially because they just got slammed in, I don't remember where, for like not paying taxes or something. So like
Probably.
billions of dollars there, billions of dollars here. That could have been a pretty brutal combo, but
Oracle said it will appeal the latest verdict on numerous grounds. Saw that coming.
yeah.
I mean, with every appeal, it gets more difficult for them, but like I'm sure they're not just going to let it go.
Yeah.
Android's huge.
And
$9
billion is
Kinda
something
ridiculous.
to fight for. Speaking of lots of money to fight for, Japan. There was an ATM heist that reportedly involved over 100 or about 100 people exactly, and they stole what is equivalent to 12.7 million US dollars or 1.4 billion yen. It used South African credit cards. They hit 1,400 different ATMs, and they withdrew about the equivalent of 900 US dollars at each ATM.
You know, it's kind of funny. Are you familiar with the COD player Nade Shot? Do you know who that is?
No, actually.
He's like he's pretty big on YouTube.
Okay.
Just like general like pro gaming guy. He used to be on Optic.
Okay.
So he just started a new org called 100 Thieves. So like there was
Oh
a
my
Guardian
goodness.
article that was like 100 Thieves steals $12.3 million US, and people were just tweeting it at him, being like, "I see you, I see you, Nate. I see where you got that funding for that new team."
Oh my goodness, that is ridiculous.
Pretty hilarious, actually.
Yeah. Apparently the Reuters Africa is stating that Standard Bank is estimating its total losses to be at about 300 million rand, or $19 million. That's prior to any potential recoveries that may happen. There was 100 thieves, see what I did there, included in this heist. So I'm sure they'll catch some of them and recover some of the money.
I mean, like, stuff like this happens from time to time. I remember, it must have been like 5 or 6 years ago now, but I remember hearing about something that happened in like the state of New York, I think, where people did a similar thing with like 30 different people. So like, this is obviously insane. 100 people coordinated in an attack like that is ridiculous, but
it is ridiculous. And the thing is, you catch some of them, and that's probably going to help you catch others. So I guess we'll have to see how many people get nailed for this. That is a lot of money. And you think about it, how many ATMs was it? 1,400 ATMs.
Yeah.
And 100 people. So each person went to
About
an average of 14 ATMs and withdrew $900 each time. You think about the amount of security cameras that they passed?
It's insane.
And like the window that it was in, there's so many of these guys going to ATMs, and they're all like $900 transactions, because that's the most you can take out. So it's super easy to track the transactions.
Yeah.
It's super easy to track like the window of people walking up to these ATMs. And there's so many cameras from so many angles. Like,
Yeah.
some people are gonna get nailed.
A few people will. The people who are like at the top are already in the Caymans or
Gone.
whatever. Like,
Super
they're
gone.
just gone.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting in a few years when something like this happens and we're like, yeah, the people in charge are like on Mars already. Like,
They already took a SpaceX shuttle out. They're gone.
yeah.
They're gone.
They called up the boy Elon.
Like,
They were
we got some money,
yo,
man.
we got cash, dude.
Let's get us out. Let's get us out now. What else was I going to say? Yeah, I wonder if part of the idea of pulling in so many people into this is you have your core little group,
You have dummies.
and you have a whole bunch of dummies.
Yeah.
Who are hoping
Not
they
to
can
say
make
that
it
they're
out.
stupid people,
Well, I
but
mean,
just people who are
maybe.
set up, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you're going to this one. No, you don't need a mask.
Yeah,
Okay.
we disabled the cameras for you.
Yeah, we disabled the cameras,
It's
you're
going to look
good,
more
dude.
suspicious if you wear a mask, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Things that sound
They're just set up,
believable.
essentially.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised.
Yep.
Anyways, Foxconn replaced 60,000 factory workers with robots. Reduced its employee strength from 110,000 employees to 50,000 employees, quote unquote, thanks to the introduction of robots. So there's no carefulness going on there. They're currently saying that more companies are likely to follow suit. Apparently, many of the manufacturing tasks associated with their operations that aren't already automated are in current plans to be automated. They said that they will continue to harness automation and manpower in our manufacturing operations, and we expect to maintain our significant workforce in China. Although, who knows what that really means, because you can just define significant as whatever the hell you want.
And like maintain a significant workforce in China. Like if their workforce in China is already like multiple hundreds of thousands of people, maybe significant to them is 20,000.
Exactly, that's what I mean. They can decide whatever significant is.
Yep.
One report from Deloitte and Oxford University is suggesting that 35% of all jobs are at risk over the next 20 years. That's not just like in China. Although, to be completely honest, it's a large percentage of that will be in China. Former McDonald's chief executive Ed Renzi, has recently said that it's cheaper to buy a $35,000 robotic arm than it is to hire an employee who is inefficient, making $15 an hour bagging French fries.
Yeah. I mean, I think I said this at the top of the show, but like, this is essentially the third industrial revolution, right?
Yeah.
Because it was steam, electricity, and then steam, electricity, and then robotics. Now, essentially, I think the first one was steam, second was electricity. Anyway, but what essentially ends up happening in the first two is that the lowest end jobs get cut, and then those people are actualized in more fulfilling positions. Whereas this time around, I mean, in this series, that may happen to a degree, where more jobs become available once the technology is instated. But we're heading down a dangerous road for sure. I don't want to call it, the end or anything.
Summoning
because
the demon.
Yeah, just because I'm sure when electricity was introduced, everyone called it the demon and was freaking out. But
the problem right now, in my opinion, is that there's already a huge jobs problem.
Right.
And you're just dumping way more people into a huge jobs problem.
Right.
And the problem with automation by robots is you're just literally replacing anything that isn't a vocal position. Mm-hmm. And even then, people are starting to prefer non-vocal robotic transactions where people thought they would not. In places like grocery stores, people are starting to line up for the self-use automated tellers instead of going to the people that do it for them.
It's always crazy to me when the one that I notice the most is bank tellers. When you'll come in and you'll be like, hey, I need cash, I need to do deposit or whatever, and they'll be like, oh, we have an app where you can deposit your checks on your phone. And I'm like, you're putting yourself out of a job. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to be the guy who, brings thunderstorms and says, oh, this is the end. But I mean, it's scary for sure. And at the very least, it's an extremely transitional time. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are going to be caught in the crap.
Yeah.
For sure.
And there's massive news reports everywhere, like Uber trying as hard as they can actively to make it so that they never have to have another driver again. Yeah. And it's all automated. Yeah. Transport industries everywhere are on the brink of just firing everyone because they can automate all of their driving. Oh my goodness. I used to work for a company called Canada Bread Factory. If that place doesn't get automated in a year, I would be surprised because there's nothing. There was literally a job where you go like this and you pick up the bread and then you rotate for a little bit and then put it in a tray and then go back and pick up the bread and then rotate and put it in a tray. The fact that wasn't already automated is
pretty incredible.
Wild.
Actually.
So it'll be automated eventually. And the driving from that place was, because it wasn't really a warehouse, it was just a distribution center. They would drive semi-trucks not very far and dump off all the bread and then drive them back. And it was routine routes every single time. And people, not the drivers, would just fill up the trucks. So if they automated filling up the trucks, which would be extremely easy, and automated the driving, which would be extremely easy because it's the same route every single time, then just no one needs to work there except for mechanics. And you could say oh, everyone's just going to get a specialized trade and just fix the robots. Not enough jobs at all. Our population is constantly increasing.
Yeah. And not enough jobs, and so many people are caught in, like I said, the wave of crap of okay, now you're useless and you either have to go back to school or figure something else out. It's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be
at the very
scary.
least.
Yeah. Not so sure about that. Anyways, dun 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 ad spots, and Nick is here this time. So if I super screw them up, he can just tell me in person immediately, which is good.
I'm doing my Lynda.com dance because I like Lynda.
Lynda.com. I can find the notes on this. It's used by millions of people around the world. More than 3,000 courses are available in topics like web development, photography, visual design, and business. I'm taking a photography course, even though I'm trying to learn how to film stuff. The reason why I'm doing that is because it has more slower for people that have no idea what they're talking about, including me, explanations of different things like exposure theory and stuff like that. So then I can apply that to the video side of things. What I really like about the course that I'm going through, I'm going to skip most of the notes and just go over my personal stuff, but I'll try to get through the notes anyways, is that I can like be doing something else and listening to it and then go like, okay, I think I missed like half of that because I got way too engrossed in what I was working on. Skip back to the last word in the script that you can read below the video that I heard and recognized. Or if I don't understand something fully, I can just skip back to the beginning of the word. It's just a really easy way of skipping through videos. I can also take notes on their app, and I can log the like library of courses that I want to go through. So I created a course plan for myself that gets me through all the different photography courses that I want to do, and that gets me into some filming courses, and then gets me into some editing courses and stuff. And
Right, yeah, because you can make your own playlists, right?
Yeah,
That's pretty darn cool.
So I like made my own thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going along it, which is way easier because I basically formed my own overall course out of a whole bunch of course modules that they gave me. And they do have overall courses that they can just use, that you can just use on your own. I just have a weird random amount of knowledge from like working with Brandon and stuff, so I could just skip some of them. So I just did it that way. It's a way to up your job skills, which, you know, with automation might be really helpful, and I believe it's only $25 a month. And you can start a 10-day free trial by going to lynda.com/WAN Show. So if you're like, whoa, my job just got automated, or whoa, it's gonna be really easy to automate my job, you might wanna just start early and figure out what you're gonna do later now. It's an interesting sales pitch for Lynda.
It's topical.
It
Show today.
works. It works. Freshbooks. If what you start doing with the skills that you learned from Lynda because your job was automated is something like working for yourself, because you know you're not going to automate yourself out of a job, or if you do, you can just pay your wages to yourself that you would have gotten from your automated thing doing stuff. Anyways, you can keep track of the hours that your robot works and exactly what it did and when and where and all that kind of stuff quickly and easily through their app. And if your robot has any expenses, you can have your robot just take a picture of the receipt and it will handle all the rest of it. So you don't have to be like, hey, robot, what did you spend money on today? It'll just do it all for you, which is great. Your robot can take deposits before it does the work, so you can make sure that the guy doesn't just try to like kick it over when it's done the job. You actually make some of the money at least.
What are we doing?
They have a mobile version and a desktop version, so you can take FreshBooks with you wherever you go. So you could be like, you know, just driving in your automated car down the road and just like make sure that your robot has received the deposit. What the heck is that?
Noise?
That is so annoying. And it's gone. That's good. Anyways, go to freshbooks.com/WAN Show and enter WAN in the How Did You Hear About Us section when you sign up for a free trial, just so you know. Also, Squarespace. No slogan. Not saying anything about different stuff. They have 24/7 live chat support if you want to set up your website or like buy a domain through them. They have over, I think, about 200 top-level domains, so like whatever the heck you want. They have responsive design for the website, so if you view it on a massive variety of different devices, it'll look cool in different various configurations. They have commerce modules, so you can sell things.
You can make a cover page. Did you say that?
No, I was going to do that one next. So if you need a new job because you couldn't think of something to do on your own and you trained in all these Lynda skills, but you haven't found a job yet, you can use your cover page module on Squarespace to show yourself off and be like, I am better than an automated robot because I know how to use Photomoshops. Hopefully your browser has spell checks so you can fix Photomoshops and make it Photoshop. Anyways, you can start a trial today with no credit card required and build your website for your business or your blog or your cat or your robot or whatever you want. Head over to Squarespace, use offer code Linus, get 10% off your first purchase. Thank you, Squarespace, for supporting the WAN Show. With your continued support, we will hopefully not be replaced by robots. Although Nick might like that, because the robots probably wouldn't screw up the sponsor spots.
Yeah. But then I would get replaced by a robot probably as well.
Yeah.
I like how you said you can make a website or a blog about your cat, and then you didn't say dog.
Oh. Well, because your dog is.
You were like, you can make a
confident in
website
itself.
of your blog about your cat or like other stuff. I was like, I thought he was gonna just rap like a Squarespace rap,
Oh, I probably should have. That would have been.
or like whatever that theme song that they did like a couple years ago.
Squarespace started today. I don't remember the whole thing. I don't know. That was dropped super. Ah, man. Squarespace needs to get a slogan.
They probably dropped it because you made fun of it. Let's be honest.
Really? But then they should have kept "You Should" or "Build It Beautiful" because we made it awesome.
Monster cat. Monster cat hype. Monster cat.
That's
hype.
not live, so you can't like see it happening.
I know.
Okay. Yeah.
Somebody said
I didn't mean the
Monster Cat.
show's not live. I just want to clarify that before people start going all conspiracy theory. I've showed my screen on screen. Look, you can see the like date and time and stuff, and like.
Zan Bulakor said, "We must stop technology. This has gone too far. Destroy all the robots!" Exclamation! Exclamation! Exclamation!
That's a little
exclamation,
aggressive. I don't think
exclamation.
destroying all the robots is the right idea. Robots, by the way, I'm on your side. Speaking of which, being on the side of the robots and whatever else, the first Tesla driver was caught sleeping with autopilot on. Have you heard about this?
No.
So he was crashed in the car. Like, okay, saying
Oh.
crashed is the wrong thing to say.
I was like, he crashed.
Whoa, that's not okay to say in this
Okay,
context.
he was zonked out in the car.
He was asleep.
He was
That's
asleep.
what I was trying to say. So
Okay.
he's asleep in the car. You can see on this video, it's vertically filmed and stuff. He's out. You
Literally.
can see that. Unless he has like one eye open and is just driving like this.
Super
but it's
doubt it.
extremely unlikely.
Super doubt it.
So he's out, and you can see Autopilot driving him. He's stopped there because traffic slowed down, and he picks up again. And he's just scooting along in traffic. No big deal. It's tight traffic. Like, it's not like this is super fast speeds or anything. This car's almost stopping again. Just keeps rolling. Amazing. So the guy fell asleep in the car, and Autopilot saved him, which is like not really a feature. Don't do that. But
Well,
it's
maybe
pretty
he had
cool.
autopilot on, and he's just been sleeping in his car on his way home from work the whole for 3 months, and like nobody's caught him yet.
And it's just getting better and better and learning the whole time.
I mean,
Maybe.
he's a national hero.
That's cool.
He's teaching autopilot how to be sentient.
I could be super wrong. I don't think you can give Autopilot like a map. I think it just drives down the road. So he's gonna like wake up like super far down. I could be wrong. Someone in Twitch chat's gonna
He
correct
like
me.
leaves Vancouver. He ends up in like Kelowna.
Wakes up like, what
that's like
the?
that's like 4 hours away.
Yeah.
In
Someone in
case
Twitch
anyone's
chat's gonna correct me. I'm waiting for Twitch chat to catch up. Google Maps.
I would totally do that in traffic.
Cars
You
learning.
shouldn't do that.
You should not do that. That's not like a thing yet.
Anchorman 2. What does that have to do with anything?
I have no idea, actually. He'll wake up when the Tesla runs out of batteries. That is incorrect. Okay. You're wrong. Okay, so I guess you can put a map in because people are very angry. That's fine. That's fine.
It probably would run out
Some
of
people are
battery,
saying that
yeah.
it's fake, which is a little bit disappointing. Knowing
Yeah,
the
but they
internet
say
these
everything's
days,
fake.
yeah, but knowing the internet these days, a lot of
It could be fake, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I wouldn't be super surprised.
Let's get our tinfoil hats on. It was done by the oil companies.
Maybe it was. Actually, that would be a really bad thing for them to do because it's kind of promotion for how awesome Autopilot is.
Yeah, but at the same time, then they could spin it as like doing PR releases about like, Tesla drivers are totally idiots. That was really bad. I need to go. I'm gonna go appease the Twitch chat real quick.
What, how you're gonna appease the Twitch chat real quick? What does that mean? What are you doing? What is it? I don't get it. Oh! Come here. Come here. I'm gonna try to find a Dennis appropriate topic.
You're the co-host now. Way to walk in front of the frame. What are you doing?
He just wanted to show his butt off.
This was a mistake.
No, it wasn't. He just wanted to show his butt off. It's gonna work really well.
Hello.
What do you think about Twitter relaxing the 140 character limit? There's still a 140 character
Oh.
limit, but like tagging people and posting photos and GIFs and videos and polls and quoting people's tweets and various media will not count against the character limit.
Oh, I hate the limit thing.
You hate the
It's,
limit.
it just get everyone's grammar worse because I have
Yes.
to type you to you,
Yeah.
and to and.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone's grammar is gonna look stupid. So I hit that. So are they putting
So
more?
they're not getting rid of the character limit. The character limit is
Oh.
still exactly the same.
Yeah.
But like
The-
tagging someone in your tweet,
That's helpful.
putting in a like photo or video or poll or quoting someone's tweet or anything like that won't count against the limit.
That's good.
So basically, what you
So you
say
hit-
will be 140 characters instead of all the
Okay.
junk inside of it.
I wish they don't count space.
Oh, so 140 characters just for like the various words and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
They can count space and comment. Come on. And
Commas.
Period.
I think
That's-
like within reason that could be cool. Like if you do more than one space, it counts against it.
Yeah.
And if you do more than 3 periods, it should count against it in a row because you can do the ...
They
thing,
need
right?
to have responsibility for everyone's grammar, so they need to open that.
I think the thing is people are just going to say more at that point and then just chop up their grammar again anyways.
Whatever. Okay, that's fine. My grammar is not good.
No, dude, everyone's grammar sucks because of Twitter. That is a thing. You're not wrong. Pre-recorded chat. How do you pre-record the chat? I don't know, man.
When are they-
Whoa, this got changed.
When are they doing that?
Is
on
Colton
Twitter?
updating the thing literally as we go? So at names no longer count towards the 140 character count. Media attachments, so when you attach things, it doesn't count towards
Yeah.
it. Retweeting and quoting a tweet of your own doesn't count towards it. And when you want to like tweet to someone but you want to make it public, so you put a period at the beginning.
Oh, I don't.
Have you ever
know.
done that?
No.
Okay. Well, that thing you don't have to worry about that anymore. That's solved.
I don't know.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm trying to find another Dennis topic.
Yeah. Are these too hard for me?
No, I just don't think you'll care. What would Dennis care about?
Hello, everyone.
There was a marijuana social network.
Do I care? Maybe.
That called Mass Roots, which was supposed to be a Facebook for pot, and it was apparently not allowed to join the Nasdaq exchange. The Denver-based social network has 775,000 users from the 24 states where marijuana is, at least to some degree, legal, I guess. Including states where it's legal recreationally, which is like 2, right?
I think it's 3.
Another one just passed or something?
Washington, Colorado, and I think maybe Alaska. But I could be wrong about that.
Okay, so maybe 3 states that it's legal in. Mass Roots said that it meets the criteria for listing on NASDAQ. It has a $40 million market capitalization value. It has well over 300 shareholders through over-the-counter markets. NASDAQ's denial has sent Mass Roots off exchange shares down 18%, which is actually pretty aggressive.
What is marijuana social network? What does it do?
I actually have no idea. They say that it's supposed to be the Facebook for pot, so I guess it's here. I guess we can just go.
So
to
it's
it.
like
Let's see.
Like a forum for people
I guess.
who do 420.
Who do 420?
Yes.
Yes, it's a forum for people who do 420. Apparently, you have to be at least 21 years old or have a valid medical marijuana patient, or RA. Okay, there we go. I guess I can't click this.
Wait, like.
No, because then it would be showing it to the whole stream.
Oh.
Is it?
Why wouldn't it be? I don't know.
But does that mean I'm a bad person?
Does that mean you're promoting the marijuana?
Yeah, I don't know. Because I'm not telling people to do so, but I would be showing them a website that's behind a.
I don't know. What does Trudeau said about it?
I don't know. But then the stream is going into the States in California where it's not legal, right? It's legal if you have a permit, I'm
But
assuming?
can you?
I've seen like pot magazines being sold openly in mainstream bookstores in states where it's very illegal. I don't think.
Okay, so let's just confirm it. And it brings us to nothing. There's an app.
Join for.
Editor's choice. Buds. Wow. I guess the like friends feed is called Buds. Oh dear. About us. Log in. The homepage where it says login has like advertise, blog, business, and investors and about us on it, which is very weird for like an actual social network. But anyways, that's fine. Let's click on the about us. Oh dear, shop. Okay, so they're also trying to sell things. Let's look at the brand.
Marijuana is super illegal in Taiwan.
Is it
Mm-hmm.
super illegal?
Yeah.
Not just regular
You go to
legal.
jail.
Beyond regular illegal?
Yeah, compared to
Do you get like branded with a M for marijuana?
here?
Like
Yeah, it's probably here.
right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
Not an A for adultery.
it's just as they think
Oh, there you
it's
go.
as bad as some other kind of pills, drugs. Like I don't know.
Like the bad ones.
What's that called?
Like cocaine or meth and stuff.
Like heroin.
Ketamine.
Ketamine.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. Smoke social. I guess I don't
You
know.
go to jail. You don't go to jail if you take ketamine in Taiwan, but you go to jail if you smoke.
Really?
What?
Yes.
That's really dumb.
Yes.
Extremely backwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, considering you can, there's your buds tab, which I'm assuming is your friends, and then there's the local tab. I'm assuming that you can use it for like smoking weed get-togethers. So this app will have like a fairly normal amount of traffic, and then it'll be April 20th, and the whole app will just crash because way too much traffic, and then it'll be April 21st, and everything will come back down, and then it'll go back to normal amounts of traffic again.
What does Twitch chat think about that idea?
I don't know. Let's see what Twitch chat has to say about this. Kids don't do drugs. Yep.
Yes, I'm going to Computex.
Stoner Paradise.
Can you?
We'd get together. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Now it's for.
I wonder if one of their first users was Snoop Dogg.
Probably.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg's just like, yeah, I'll run like this whole thing for you if you want. So someone in chat just said in all capital letters, "I like dick."
Yeah, I was going to
that's
say that.
super helpful.
I didn't read
for
that
what
out.
we're currently
I
talking
didn't
about.
read that out.
Maybe they can post that on the Weed social network, and someone can be like, "Let's do an exchange here. I'll give you some weed." And wait, no, I'd have to go the other round. You give me some weed, and I'll,
What?
facilitate.
I wonder if that would be prostitution. Would that be prostitution?
I mean, if it's completely consensual through both people,
Yeah, but so is regular prostitution.
and if you're sharing it, it's not technically a trade or exchange. You're just sharing things that you both.
Actually, I don't think it is anyway, because I think it has to be like actual pecuniary compensation.
I think.
Cash. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it needs to be actual money, not.
Exchanging weed for
not weed.
for access to penis.
It's just one of those things that sounds illegal, but probably.
I have no idea.
Aside from. The,
I really wonder though. This would be very interesting. Anyways, I guess it's time to move on in topics. Let's see here. What's some interesting stuff? So much of this sucks. Way to put really dumb topics in the list, Colton.
Thanks, Cole.
I'm just roasting Colton because I didn't approve any of this before we started. So he's like, eh. Apparently, Cryorig has announced a new Mac Pro inspired case, so everyone's just ignored the fact that it's basically literally just a garbage can. So enable system makers and enthusiasts to build Mac Pro styled gaming computers. So we're probably going to review this so that Linus can make a holy shit episode. Let's see. Dun-da-da.
What's that?
Dun-da-da-da. It's a cylinder.
Oh.
Whoa. Designed by gamers. Kind of. And inspired by the Mac Pro. I guess it would technically be designed by gamers if those people gamed. See, they have a 1080 in there. It's a pretty efficient way to make a small, low-volume computer, I guess.
Dennis, we're going to build you one. They call it the Power Tower.
Wow, Power Tower, that would be cool.
We should make the whole thing look like we should do a modding video where we make the whole thing look like a big red fist. And then we just give it to Dennis and call it the Power Tower.
Oh, that could be so cool.
Like a demonic looking red fist.
We want to make it look like an actual power tower, like he was talking about in the game, like
The
electricity
transmitter?
power.
Transmitter?
Yeah.
Yes.
Transmitter. What are you
Like,
guys talking about?
It's
the
called
high
transmitter,
tension
yeah.
Power lines.
How
The
tension-
the
okay, yeah,
big
yeah.
tower.
Electronic
Yeah.
power tower.
What were you guys talking about this off camera or something?
No, remember 3D Pictionary?
Yeah.
Then it
3D
said Power
Pictionary.
tower really loudly.
Oh, I never watched it. Okay.
Oh, you
yeah.
missed out.
Yeah,
You
I don't
missed
know.
out.
I have
It
no
was
idea.
hysterical.
Yeah. The 1080 looks pretty cool in there with its PCIe extension thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Cold come in, heat go out.
Very helpful.
Good. Yes, the top looks kind of cool. It looks like one of those ginormous drills that they used to drill like underground.
Oh, like a tunnel boring machine.
Yeah,
It kind
yeah,
of does.
Yeah. So you might be able to tunnel bore with your computer case, which is always a helpful feature. So it supports SFX power supplies, mini ITX motherboards. It weighs 5 kilograms. Its dimensions in terms of width, height, and depth is 226 millimeters, 378.5 millimeters, 205 millimeters. It has one 3.5-inch drive bay, which is actually kind of impressive. I didn't realize that. And it has one or two 2.5-inch drive bays. So I'm assuming that 3.5-inch is just, you know, both. It supports cooler CPU cooler dimensions of up to 72 to 82 millimeters in height. I don't know why there's like a range there and why it's not just 82 millimeters in height. Anyways, graphics card's length is 280 millimeters and power supply length is 130 millimeters. You are probably gonna have to take note of like all of those dimensions, and they will probably be quite important because it's pretty compact. The external connectors are power, audio, USB 3.0, and display. But that's just for the case. So obviously, if you put a motherboard in there, you would have more I/O. Is this something that interests you? What is it? You like that more?
Oh, that's cool.
It is pretty
There's
cool.
a
Actually.
drawer.
Wait, the case has a DisplayPort connector in it? Is that what you said?
It says display. I don't know.
Whatever that means.
It's probably like an LCD display. I don't think we saw it on here. Maybe it's this like whitish thing. Maybe that's an LCD display. Because the motherboard and the graphics card aren't in there yet, so they can't claim those.
Oh, it's like that thing that Bitphoenix has.
Yeah. I think so. The Taku, neat, slim, holds your display. That's actually pretty cool. It's like a computer tray. This might be a new announcement as well. I'm not sure. I've never seen it before personally. It looks awesome. I kind of like this one more.
The drawer one?
Yeah. It's super basic because we've had like slim tower computers that lay flat for a long time.
Yeah.
But I actually really like how you can pull it out
Yeah, I
as
like
if it's
that
on a
too.
tray. That's super cool.
Because we did on a desk PC,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to go down to change things if you need to.
Yeah, and you don't necessarily have to like, again, this has been done. I don't think the pull-out tray necessarily has been done, but a flat computer isn't exactly new. But you can strap this onto the bottom of your desk, which would make it super cool. I like the implementation that they have, which is where it's just a stand for your monitor. That's actually pretty sweet because your monitor, if I remember correctly, the middle of your monitor is supposed to be right at your eye height. So like this monitor that we have here, which its top is here, is clearly too low for me because that's the top of the monitor. So it should be, the top should be like way up here and the middle should be here, and it's not. So
It's the Sentra all over again, man.
yeah, the Sentra. Yeah, exactly. So like it's helpful to prop monitors up on things. I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. What do you think, Dennis? What one is your favorite?
Those two?
Yeah,
I like the drawer one.
the drawer one, not the
Yeah.
cylinder one,
Yeah.
not the power tower.
The drawer one. I like the thing you can put on the desk. You can open it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Tower one. Well, I always think that kind of design is kind of like a garbage can.
Although now it doesn't like look like it dips in because the heat sinks at the top
But it's a good looking one.
raise out of the top and look like fins, so it probably won't
Yeah.
really look like a garbage
Yeah.
can anymore.
Yeah, but I prefer flat
Flat.
thing. Yeah.
You heard it
It's
here
cool.
first. Dennis here prefers it flat, not round. Doesn't like the round, really just...
Curve.
You like curves?
Curves.
You like curves.
Curves.
You like
Not
curves.
round.
Dennis likes curves. Okay, good to know. Anyways, Are you excited for Computex?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
We're leaving
let's
tonight.
talk about that for a second. Tell me about the school that you told me about.
Oh, so in Taiwan, there's a esports school.
Yeah.
Like there's a professional team, and they have them as a coach. So you can go there. You can sign up there for free. But I don't know if they're still doing that. Like probably 2 years ago, a year ago.
Do you know what it's called?
It's called Spider Esport. And okay, so you sign up on every Wednesday. They have like 2 days or 3 days training. So you have to go there and sleep there. They have a dorm, and you can shower, and they have all the rules. And your parents need to sign the contract too, saying, "Oh, your kids is staying there for like 2 or 3 days training."
Wow.
So did you find it?
No, I can't find
No,
it.
don't put Taiwan. Don't put Taiwanese. Put Spider Esports School. No.
Comes up with schools from Norway. Don't worry about it. Just
Okay.
keep going.
Oh, that would be cool to show.
All right, I'll try to keep
Okay,
looking, but you
so
keep going.
so you can sign up for free, and they have 2 or 3 days training. They teach you how to play Counter-Strike, and the other kind of games. And they have all the PCs and teachers for you. But I don't know if they still do that now. 'Cause I tried to contact them, but no one's answered.
Did you find their website?
Yeah, but they don't have phone number. I download their signed up form. Oh, that one.
That's a Wikipedia.
Uh,
Oh, here?
Yeah, can you? No, not that one.
Not that one. One sec, guys.
Okay. Want to shoot?
This?
No.
Oh.
Okay, so there's another school. There's another 2 or 3 universities in Taiwan. They have e-sport. You can major in e-sport in the university.
That's super weird.
Yeah.
So you get an esports degree.
Yes.
So is that like to become a coach or to become a player?
Player. And they do their team in their school. And because esports getting like really good now in Taiwan, the government kind of like start focusing the development of esport now. Yeah, the new government like to do like new thing. So we have a lot of esports things going on in Taiwan. If you want to learn or join a team, you can go to Taiwan. There's a lot of tryout you can do like every week, I think.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Getting a degree in being an esports player seems ridiculous to me because like
Find out.
university and post-secondary education degrees in general are constantly sort of losing their value compared to experience because of how easy it is to show your experience these days.
Yeah.
Due to how connected the internet is, it's easy to show how much of something you've done or prove how much of something you've done. So I think, okay, it's a very general statement. In certain positions, being able to show your experience is much more effective than showing your degree. In other positions, you need a degree. I don't see esports being a thing where you have to show your degree. I feel like you'd be like, hey, look at my KD ratio, look at this demo reel, play a game with me,
Type of things.
watch, sorry?
This address.
SF.
sf.wayi.com.
WAYI.com.
.tw.
Oh,
So I can show you guys the thing.
okay.
So that's their website.
So this is their website, Uzi. They have a advertisement for an Uzi on the front of their thing.
Oh, what's SF.white?
Uzi. SF
What's that?
Online.
Oh, that's another
Special
online
Force.
game. There's so many online games.
Special Forces. Is this like a specific
I think not that one.
game that they play?
Not that one. I'm
Not
sure
this one.
This website.
SF.WAY
.com.tw.
/index. Yeah, this is it.
Oh, but why is it different?
Because you're on the mobile site.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sam. Spider Sam.
Yeah.
He's awesome. I'm going to click on him. Internet's going slow because it's coming from Taiwan.
Does it actually matter if we go to foreign, different countries' website?
Sort of.
Oh,
They could have caching servers in like different areas and stuff. I'm assuming they don't.
let me see if I can.
Cool. So I'm assuming this is like them in class. The ESL. That looks like a classroom.
They
to
are
be
saying like,
completely honest.
okay, his father support him to reach his dream. So his parent like worry about he would just abandon his school if he's doing esport.
Yeah.
And they support him, and
But they're worried about him leaving school.
so he
or
joined to the team.
whatever. Okay. If you go to this school, do you still take normal classes?
No, that's not like formal class, like not formal
So this is
university.
like
That's just like,
extracurricular activities.
yeah, it's like a learning center
Yeah. Okay.
somewhere else. That's the place, I think.
Cool.
So there are some. There's a school called Taipei City College, Taipei City Technology or Technology University or something. They have like program you can take, esports. Really cool.
Right. So we might try to go check these guys out, but they haven't
Yeah.
responded to us or whatever.
I'm trying really hard to reach them, but
Hey, you can get a
Dude.
fun buddy. That's cool.
fun buddy. sounds fun. Yeah.
You ever gotten a fun buddy off this website, Dennis?
And what else we're going to check? We might go check some internet cafe in
Yeah.
Taiwan.
Yeah.
We have a lot of internet cafe. They have gaming PC and all the setup for you, and just for really cheap price. They do like hourly, and you can stay for probably like $4 for 2 hours, or I don't remember. It's just really cheap, and or you can stay there for overnight. Just open 24 hours, and they have a shower room for you if you need a shower, and they have meals, and they have
So there's relatively common stories of people that just stay at these internet cafes for extremely extended periods of time.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like, oh my god, 26 hours. I mean like weeks and stuff. So,
yeah. And
yeah.
so a lot of high school student or junior high school student, when they after school, they just go to internet cafe. And when I was in junior high school, our teachers, they banned people to go there.
What?
They don't. Yeah, they
How do you do that?
they
Once
go.
you-
Yeah.
Once you leave the school, aren't you on your own time?
Well, they go to internet cafe to catch you if you go there. So if you are not studying, they will
If you're
contact
not
your
studying.
parents, and you stay there for long. And they say that they think internet cafe is just as bad as like a nightclub. So you shouldn't go there.
Are they going
They
to
think-
nightclubs to find
They
students?
think
That
yeah.
sounds so obscene.
They think people are addicted to games in Taiwan. So the teachers ban
Well, they
their
are.
student. Yeah.
I
yeah.
mean, not just in Taiwan, but everywhere people are addicted to games.
Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous. That's not their business, I think.
Yeah, that is nuts. That's
Yeah.
their parents have to do that, not them.
Yeah. So. But now in
nuts.
Taiwan, there are so many internet cafes.
That's cool though. We only have like
I never seen one here. Do we have one?
there used to be one in Langley, and then there was a fire in it, and it's gone,
Oh.
and it never came back. I think there's one in Vancouver, and there was one on Vancouver Island when I used to live there. Other than that, I don't know of any. It's not really a thing here. What was I just gonna say? We're also going to some street where they sell a bunch of computer stuff or whatever.
Oh yeah, we trying to go to a place called Guanghua Mall. They have all the
Guanghua Mall.
Guanghua. They have all the PC stuff, and in that area outside of the mall on the street, there are all PCs, cameras, technology stuff, all the stores. Yeah, and there's also another place. It's called Underground Street Market. Underneath of the Taipei main station, there are all the gaming, not
Is
PC
that-
gaming, like just console gaming. And,
Right.
Yeah, animation. A lot of people gather there.
Animation.
Animation, yeah.
Oh wow.
The Japanese animation.
Oh, okay.
Cosplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, people stay there gaming. You can see people just sit there. A lot of people just playing game. Yeah, it's really cool.
Anyways, I think that's it for the show because Dennis and I have to like pack and leave to Taiwan.
Yeah.
Like very soon. Plane takes off in like 8 hours or something. 7.5?
7 hours. Yes.
7.5 hours. So we gotta go. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time. I'm gonna actually remember to do this thing. Squarespace, Freshbooks, Lynda.com. Also, there we go. There will very possibly be an after party, but I have to pack first, so it won't be immediately. I know that much.
We have to leave like
really soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if there is one,
And
it'll only be for a very short period of time,
yeah, we
and
should
I have
leave
to
like
pack first.
10 or
We have to leave at 11. No, we don't. Oh, we have to leave earlier than that. Oh,
flies
jeez.
to-
Okay. Anyways, bye.